Need somebody to...
Hello, may I help you?
Hi, I wanted to inquire about retaining a lawyer.
Okay, I can help you.
Okay, I wanted to just find out, about taking a couple places to court, for like, I guess a class action lawsuit type deal.
For yourself?
Yeah, myself, basically.
Okay, what is your name?
My name's Marlon.
Marlon?
Marlon, M-A-R-L-I-N.
Last name?
Woods.
Okay.
Yes.
And what is the claim about?
Well, it's a little graphic. I could tell you if I gotta explain it to somebody eventually, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had how do I say this? I had a bad case of diarrhea in my car, and it got on the upholstery, and I took it to the Nissan dealership to have it cleaned. They can't get the stain out. Now, this is a $25,000 brand new Altima with a stain that I can't get out, so I was thinking about either taking Hanes, or I was also wearing Lee's jeans to court for not holding up on their end of the deal. Because, it went right through. It shouldn't have went right through.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if I could take both, or we have to start out with Hanes, since that was they're an undergarment company. They should, hold up to their end of the deal a little bit better. I would think so. The smell is gone. There's no smell, but it's just a stain, and it's unfair that an individual should have to, put up with this.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This isn't something we'd get involved in. I can give you the lawyer referral service. You can try and call them and see if you can find an attorney that would handle something like this.
Well, from your own personal experience, who do I go after, Hanes or Lee's jeans?
I don't know that. I can't answer that question because I really don't know. You had an accident.
Well, yeah, I had an accident, but don't you think if you were driving and you had an accident, wouldn't you expect your undergarments to hold up their end of the deal and not let you down and ruin your car?
Not necessarily. If you're sick, I can't answer that question for you. I don't know that garments were made for that. Unless you were wearing, Depends or something.
Well,
that would be totally different.
Let me ask you this. Do you like diarrhea?
I'd rather not comment on that, but I don't
Okay.
think this is something we can help you with.
Well, then, I think you understand what I'm going at here.
Right, but we can't help you with this.
Oh, thank you anyways. Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks. Oh, I'm out of breath. How much longer? Hello? Hello? I don't feel good. Oh, I'm so nervous. So nervous.
Hi, sir. I can't get a hold of the manager, but if you need to, you can take the animal over to animal control to have him put down. They can do it right away there, and you don't need an appointment.
Can I explain to you the situation before I waste my time?
Sure.
Now, I just got this dog 1.5 years ago. So he's not even 2. He's a golden retriever, and when I get home from work, all he does is jump up and down. And every time I go to eat, all he does is sit there and look at me while I'm eating, and I can't deal with this anymore, so I just need to have him put down. Will they give me a hard time since he's still a puppy?
Why don't you just turn him in to have him placed up for adoption or something?
Well, I was going to do that, but I don't want somebody else to have to go through what I've been going through.
Well, somebody else may be able to better handle it than you. Some people are able to handle one type of animal, and some people aren't.
Well,
just because you aren't able to deal with what the dog is doing doesn't necessarily mean that somebody else won't. Has he been aggressive towards you?
Well, no. Basically, what it is, the two things that are really working my nerves are when I come home from work, he jumps on me, puts his 2 front feet on me, and licks me, and I just can't. I don't like that. And when I'm sitting down eating, I could be eating anything, and I'll turn to look in his direction, and there he is staring at me like he wants my food, and I can't handle that.
Okay, that's normal animal behavior, sir.
I don't know.
That's something that, like I said, you may not be able to handle, but other people might find that as a charming characteristic. That's no reason to have the dog put down. We could probably find a home for the dog, and somebody would be able to handle those behaviors.
Well, if they have kids, they're probably not going to want this dog jumping all over him and looking at them eating. If these kids are going to sit there and have a Hot Pocket, they don't want the dog staring at their kid.
Well, not necessarily. The child might find that interesting. You know, like I said, you might not be able to handle these behaviors, but there are other people that would want a dog that have that type of behavior.
Well, I'm going to bring him in regardless, but I have to let him heal up first because I don't want to get locked up. Where's the place at?
Well, hold on a second, and I'll see if we can take him in here, okay?
Now, if I bring him in from what I did to him, could I blame that on somebody else?
I don't know. Hold on a second.
Okay. They're going to call the cops on me. They're going to call the cops on me.
Okay, sir, we can come out and pick up the dog if you'd like.
Okay, I just have one more question, and then we can arrange that. Now,
okay, what's the question?
Now, this was totally by accident. I ran over him a couple times with my bicycle, so now he walks a little crooked. Will they be able to detect what happened to him and try to come after me for that?
I don't know. If it was by accident, then it shouldn't.
Yeah, it was an accident. It was only it was totally by accident, like 6 or 7 times. I didn't see him laying on the floor, and I rode over him with my bicycle, and he walks a little crooked.
What's your address, sir?
I'll call you back. You guys are going to call the cops on me. I'm calling back.
No, sir.
No,
listen, we're not going to call the cops on you, but I just want to help the dog, okay?
I'll bring him in, I promise.
Okay.
Thank you,
Would
bye.
like your address?
Yes, I know where you're at. Thank you, bye.
Okay, bye.